We want to talk about the high limit resets on the 44DR, which can be found in a junction box behind the lower front panel. Also, you have another panel that has to be taken off to expose the high limits. These are the high limits for the wash tank and the booster. So on initial startup, it's not uncommon for the high limits to be tripped. So when connecting the machine up for the first time, it's a good idea to check these and push on these to make sure they are reset. Let's talk about thermostat adjustment. This machine will have a thermostat for the DR tank, wash tank, and the booster tank. To adjust the thermostat, you'll find the stem with a slot in it. Put a screwdriver in. Turning the screw to the left, counterclockwise, decreases the temp. Turning it clockwise, right, will increase the temp. This can be adjusted on all three thermostats as needed. Again, the thermostats are preset from the factory, so it's a good chance you won't have to adjust. You've got three thermostats. This is the anti-jam switch. This anti-jam switch is a device to eliminate as much damage as possible if something is jammed inside the machine. For instance, if something is jammed inside, the motor will turn away from the switch and will shut the machine off. At that time, you raise the door and clear the jam. It is spring-loaded and will reposition after the jam is clear. For servicing the machine, for instance, if you want to change the pump motor on the seal that's located on the rear of the machine, obviously it's behind the drive system. We've designed this system to where all you have to do is remove the 4 bolts from each corner of the anti-jam plate. There's a well nut, so you don't have to have a socket, just take the bolts out. The whole assembly will lift away and you can place it on the floor. Now with this out of the way, you have full access to your wash pump motor to replace the motor or pump seal. This is the DR drain valve, which when you cut the power off, the drain DR timer will open the drain valve for 15 minutes and then it will automatically shut. This valve is to drain the DR tank, located inside the machine. We want to show the DR high limit. So if the DR doesn't heat, there's a surface-mounted switch inside this box. You'll notice the little red button. Push the button. That resets the DR tank heater.